Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I've been struggling for the past little while trying to decide what I wanted my first video to be, and I finally came up with just doing a roundup of my favorite beauty products from 2014. So it is a new year, we're into the second week in January, so I thought it would just be a perfect way to kind of introduce myself, show you the things that I like, and yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started because I have a lot of stuff in front of me and I don't want this video to be too long for my very first video. So I'm going to start with primer. The one I've been using the most from 2014 was definitely Benefit's the Porefessional. So that's what it looks like right there. It is a really nice primer just for smoothing out the skin and prepping it for your foundation. I find it does a really great job of minimizing the look of pores. It kind of hides little fine lines, and it's got a nice silicone kind of slip to it, so it really just makes your face feel really smooth. Next, I'm going to talk about foundations. I get a lot of questions about what I use for foundation, and I think I'm going to do a separate video just talking all about all of my favorites that are kind of in my rotation. But today I just have two different ones that I'm going to go through. So first off is one that I actually discovered in the fall. So I hadn't used it before then, but I absolutely love it, and it definitely deserves to be in my favorites video. So this is by Makeup Forever, and it is the Matte Velvet Plus foundation. So I really love this foundation. It is oil-free. It is said to kind of mattify the skin, but I do think it has more of a satin finish. So I don't find it too flat. And I do have drier skin, so I have to be careful with matte foundations, but I find this one is fine. Like I said, to me it's more of a satin finish, and it just gives a really beautiful look to the skin. It's what I'm wearing today. It's what I wear most days. Medium to full coverage. It's really buildable, so you don't have to go all out with full heavy coverage. You can do kind of a lighter wash of it, and it just looks beautiful on the skin. Lasts all day. It hasn't irritated my skin at all. It hasn't made me break out, anything like that. Doesn't feel like it clogs my pores. Feels nice and light, so that definitely is my favorite of the year. And second is one I get asked all the time when I post pictures of times that I'm at a special event, and that definitely is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. So this is what I wear if I know that I want it to last all day, all night. I want it to be full coverage. That is definitely my go-to. It looks like airbrush makeup, stays on all day. Even if I put it on my hand before doing my makeup and kind of leave it, it's hard to scrub off later. So that one is a great one for sure. If you really want a full coverage look, that is my go-to for sure. So next I'm going to talk about concealer. Definitely my favorite concealer this year has hands down been the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Light to Vanilla, and I use this under my eyes. I don't find that it creases. It stays all day. It covers blemishes really well, or anything that you want to cover or hide. It almost gives like an airbrush finish as well. It's just so beautiful, and yeah, this is my second tube of it. I got my first tube last January, so a year ago, and then I just needed to restock it in the fall. So it lasts a good amount of time, and it's just beautiful. It's definitely my favorite. So next I'm going to talk about setting powder. Definitely my favorite setting powder from this year has been the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish powder, and I wear the shade medium. I just love it. It gives just a beautiful finish to the skin. You can even wear it on no makeup days, just really lightly. It just sets makeup really well, and it's just been my favorite. Next, I'm going to talk about bronzer. My favorite bronzer just to give my skin an all-over glow has been the Milani Baked Bronzer in number 4 Glow. So it looks like that. This is like $6.99, I think. It's less than $10 for sure, and it's just such a beautiful bronzer. I use this just to warm up my complexion. So I don't use this to contour because it does have a shimmer to it, but I use this just to warm up my face. So after I'm done my foundation, and I kind of just put it like you would put bronzer, just in the spots the sun would naturally hit. And I just love it. It doesn't look like, when I swatched it in store, I didn't think that it was going to be that amazing. Like, I can see if I can kind of show you. Like you can see, it really doesn't, you can't really see it that much. So when I first swatched it, I thought, that's barely going to show up on my skin. But something about once you put it on your face, it just looks beautiful. It looks natural. It just looks like you have a natural glow. So I love that bronzer. And then my second one is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil medium deep matte bronzer. And again, I'm almost out of that, but I got this a year ago. But you need the tiniest amount of this, and I use this for contouring. I just recently purchased the Anastasia contour kit, and I do love that, but I find I still reach for this more. It blends in really well to the skin. It just looks beautiful. I love the color of it, and I'm not really tanned, and I can use the medium deep, and I think it's just perfect. But you could also build it up more for somebody. When I do have a tan, I can build it up more, and it's just perfect. So I love that. For blush, my favorite has to be the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush Palette. So it looks like this. This came out again in the fall, and it's just beautiful. I use this color here the most. This one I use once in a while. I don't use the middle one a ton, but sometimes I'll mix it with this one here, which is Luminous Flush. That's definitely my favorite. So you don't have to get that in the palette. You could get Luminous Flush just on its own, but the palette was a really good deal. The palette was a little bit more than what one blush would be, so I found that really worth it. I love it. I use it all the time. Okay, for highlighter, one that I have used pretty much the whole year that I've really loved is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. This one's really popular. If you watch YouTube videos, if you read blogs, you've probably heard about this a million times, but there was just no way that I couldn't mention this. So it looks like that. So it is just a really, really pretty, kind of just like a champagne highlight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to show up, but I'm going to try. So you can kind of see that's one quick swipe, and look, you would never use that much on your face, but it's just beautiful. So I kind of use it on my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and it just gives such a pretty glow. So I love that highlighter. My second one was limited edition for Christmas. So I'm not sure if you can still get this, but it's beautiful. It is the Bobbi Brown highlight powder in Bronze Glow. So that is just such a beautiful highlighter. It looks like that, and it is just so pretty. It just gives a beautiful bronze glow to the cheeks. It looks great if you have a little bit of a tan, but even without a tan, I can use this, and it's not too dark. It still gives the most gorgeous highlight, so I really love that one. So next I'm going to move on to eyebrows. Hands down, my favorite product for my brows has been the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is just the tiniest pencil. It is, I don't know if you can even really see how small like the tip of that is, but it's tiny. So it's small enough where you could brush it on your brows and it just almost looks like little hairs. Like, it's just beautiful. I use the shade Caramel, and it comes with a little spoolie on the other end. Even this is like the best spoolie I've ever used. I think it's kind of like tough enough where it really combs through the brows. If you've applied too much of the pencil, or even if you use a powder or something and you apply too much, you can use this spoolie, kind of brush them out, and it's just beautiful. For eyeshadow palettes, I definitely have to choose, hands down, my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So it looks like that. It looks like a chocolate bar. It's very pretty. It smells like chocolate, which is kind of weird for eyes, but it's fine. So that is what it looks like. And it's just beautiful. The colors blend so well. I have so many eyeshadow palettes, but I can't help it. Almost every day that I do my makeup since I got this palette, I just use this. So As well with that, I didn't even realize how much I loved Too Faced shadows, so I kind of feel like I need to get more of them or try out different ones. But with that, I also loved the Too Faced Naturalize palette. I use this a lot as well. It's just beautiful. It's perfect for traveling too, so I'm definitely going to be taking this anywhere that I travel. But it just looks like that, so it's a bit smaller, but it's got everything you would need. It has a matte shade, again, for all over the lid or for the brow bone. It's got kind of a shimmery champagne color. It's got a beautiful transition shade. It's got some darker ones on the end here to use as liner or in the outer V. It's just perfect. It's all you need, especially even if you're just getting started and you don't wear a lot of eyeshadow or you don't have a lot of high-end eyeshadow and you want to get more. I would really, really recommend this palette. I will move on to eyeliner. So my favorite, I wear liquid eyeliner most every day. I'm kind of addicted to the wing, if you can kind of see. I tend to wear that every day. As much as I try to switch it up, it's just my go-to. So I have been loving the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. So I'll kind of show you up close. It's beautiful. The brush on it is so tiny. Again, I don't know if you can see that, but the brush is just so tiny, like a little brush. It's not a felt tip applicator. It's actually a brush, but it's so thin at the tip that it's just beautiful. The color is so black. It stays on all day. So this is just hands down my very favorite eyeliner. So I fell in love with Unique mascara in the fall. One of my friends started selling it, so I will link her page below. And it is the 3D Fiber Mascara. So it comes in this really cute little case. You get 2 mascaras with it. One is the transplanting gel, so it just looks like that. So it's just the gel, and one is a little tube of fibers. And it's really great because they're black fibers. So I don't know if you can really see that, but they're like little fibers. So you put the transplanting gel on first, and then right away you put the fibers over top. And I have never had eyelashes look so long. I've had people think I was wearing false lashes, and it's just been this stuff. So this has definitely been a favorite. I cannot go without this now that I have found it. My next favorite for mascara is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. This is just a sample because I ran out of my large tube of it, so I definitely need to get more. But if I'm just going to wear regular mascara, this has definitely been my favorite throughout the year. I find it gives me volume, gives me length. It's just beautiful. Okay, so we are almost done. The next I want to talk about is lips. My favorite lip balm has been the Dior Creme de Rose lip balm. It comes in a little pot like that. It is very expensive for a lip balm. I'm not going to lie. It's like $30, but I love it. I definitely need to restock soon, but I just love this lip balm. I put it on every night. It's just amazing. Normally in the winter, my lips do get really dry, but with this, it's just, I don't know what it is, but it's like magic lip balm, and I love it, and I'm going to use it forever. So that's that. Next, I am going to talk about lip liner. The only one I'm going to mention is this one by Too Faced. So again, another Too Faced product. This is the Too Faced Perfect Nude Perfect Lips lip liner, and it really is just a perfect nude. It comes in a little, it's like a little retractable pen like that, and so it just kind of looks like that. It's a beautiful, it is a perfect nude, and I use this with any lip color. So I'll use it with a dark lip color, a light lip color, anything. I find it really works well. So that has been my favorite lip liner of the year. For lipsticks, I have to mention the Nars Audacious lipsticks. So I have 3 different colors, and I just discovered these in December. They were only launched in the fall. I think November they were launched, but I just could not mention these. They are so beautiful. They're so creamy. They're so pigmented. I'm going to try and swatch a couple of them here for you. So I have the colors Fanny, which is a really pretty kind of plummy, almost like a berry shade. And so that's what that one looks like there. That one is gorgeous. I wore that a lot over the holidays. Next one I have is Anita, and so that one kind of looks like that. This is just a really pretty everyday color. So there is Anita right there next to Fanny. And then last I got Audrey, which is just a beautiful kind of rosy shade. And I will swatch that on the other side. And so that's the far one right there. And it's, again, just a really pretty, more of like a rosy red, kind of more red than Fanny. Fanny's got more pink to it. So those are just gorgeous, gorgeous lipsticks. They stay on all night. I've wore them to Christmas parties. They lasted all night, and I really, really love those lipsticks. Finally, I'm going to talk about lip gloss. I somehow pared it down to 3 glosses, which I'm really surprised about because I love lip gloss. So the ones that I have used the most this year were the NYX Butter Gloss. I like all of the shades. I use all of them, but this one in particular is Tiramisu. This one is so pretty. It doesn't look like much if you see it up close. I'll try and focus it. It just kind of looks browny. This looks so pretty, whether it is worn alone or worn over a lipstick. It's just beautiful. So my last 3 lip gloss favorites are from Gerard Cosmetics. So I have them right here. They are not the prettiest packaging, I won't lie. They've changed them. I know they have gold lids now, or gold caps. These are not the most pretty at all. You can see right there. Like, that's not glamorous to pull out of your purse. But the formula is amazing. They last all day. They're a little bit sticky, but I don't mind a sticky gloss because I find that it lasts all day. So I have the color Rose Hill. Beautiful, perfect rose color. I have no room left here, but that's what that one looks like there. It looks different on everybody. It looks beautiful over any type of lipstick. I will wear this sometimes. If I put on a nude and I just find I want a little bit more pink to it, I will put this one on. I mean, I can even put it on now. You can see it just gives like just some pink to the lips. So I really, really like that one. I love the color Nude. It is just the perfect nude gloss. Swatch it right there. So that's that far one there. I wear that one a lot. Again, I wear it over any different type of lipstick. And finally, I love the color Crystal. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about this one, but this is just, you're probably not even really going to see it if I swatch it. So it's right next to Rose Hill there. But it has just a beautiful shimmer to it. And this looks great over any lipstick. So if you just want to add some shine to any lipstick, I highly recommend this one because it won't really change the color much, but it'll just add a beautiful shine. It's got a beautiful shimmer, so it really reflects the light nicely, and it just looks great on the lips. Okay, and that is it. That is all of the products that I have been loving throughout the past year. I made a list of every category and I went through those, and I found these were the things that I was truly loving, truly using the most. But that being said, I do have a ton more products. I love anything beauty related. I love makeup, all of that. So I definitely have more I want to talk about and more that I want to share. So keep an eye out for more videos. I'm going to list everything I talked about in this video down below. So if you missed something or you forget a shade or something, it'll be there. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.